Still looking at me.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? Good afternoon, and welcome back to another reaction video. It's your boy, the multitasker, Mighty Avenger, at your service. So, few things that brought to my attention and how wild and surprising that was, from Chris Rock getting bat slapped, which I like to call that, by Will Smith during the Oscars for making jokes into his wife, and it's been blowing up through Twitter and obviously from clips on YouTube, and it's just been non-stop, and it's just become a big meme of 2022. And that goes to show from Will's perspective point of view that you can make jokes at me all you want, but don't do that to my wife. And that I gotta say, that was pretty wild that is actually shown in public. And Seth freaking Rollins is going to WrestleMania, and the thing is that Vince is not telling him exactly who is his opponent is going to be. So basically, that we're going to find out exactly who this is, going to make an introduction, and that's going to be happening on stream on Peacock. That's going to be this weekend. So yes, it's almost that time. As also, not to mention that the premiere episode of Moon Knight is going to be coming out also as well on the 31st. So I cannot wait. Oh yeah, and Morbius is also going to be coming out. So yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend. I can already tell from Moon Knight, Morbius, WrestleMania, and also the second opening beta to Dungeon Fighter Duel that's going to be happening as well. Somebody help me. Well, anyways, the new in the season of DeathBattle has just started. It just got uploaded recently, so I am going to be checking out two competitors, which is Harley Quinn and Jinx. Now, I'm not familiar of this character, but I've known Harley for too well from animations, movies, comics, and also that my best friend is a big fan of Harley. I mean, she loves her so much. And I do quite fond of her, even though that she is criminally insane. And yet, is it weird to say that how attractive that she is? Yeah, maybe it is me. But regardless, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to get started with this episode. But this is also part of the International Women's Day. So that's one of the reasons that what took so long, and that the episode is going to be just representative of two lovely fighting ladies. So let's go ahead and get started. And if you are new to this channel, all you have to do is click and subscribe, and you get notification from yours truly, your friendly neighborhood reactor man, for reaction, gaming, music, streaming, and anime. And also being as the king of metal / J metal reactor, which is it's what I do. But it's time to react.
Harley Quinn, DC's fantabulous anti-hero.
Mr. J.
Jinx, the loose cannon of League of Legends.
We live
League of Legends.
in a
Okay, so that's who
that
she is.
adheres to strict
Yeah,
laws
this is one
and
game I
norms,
never
but
did
these
play.
Two ladies turned that system on its head.
But
with
I
their wild
suspected that it's
enthusiasm
free.
for destruction and chaos.
He's
Yep.
Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Is that the new animation?
Born to a middle-class family in the heart of Brooklyn, USA, Harleen Quinzel had long lived a life of mediocrity. She had embarrassing parents, annoying siblings,
And a high school life that sucked. Even more than, like, the normal ones.
she never quite
Jesus.
felt like she fit in anywhere. But despite
That's
this,
sad.
Harleen knew she was destined for greatness.
So, inspired by a childhood crush turned psychotic murderer, Harleen spent years training to be a world-renowned criminal psychiatrist, eventually traveling to Gotham City's infamous
Arkham
Arkham Asylum to research the most dangerous criminals on the planet, like Batman's arch nemesis, the Joker.
But after analyzing the Joker and his horrific, unspeakable history as
Oh,
a
so
homicidal
she's
clown,
currently
Jared Leto,
27.
she came to realize
Jared Leto.
The Joker was actually a misunderstood angel squashed down by an unjust society and wrongfully harassed by that son of a bitch Batman.
this was the first of the Joker's many manipulations, leading Harleen to see a warped reflection of herself through him, culminating in her breaking him out of prison, bleaching her skin via chemical vat baptism, and joining him on his life of crime,
say
descending into
baptism?
love like madness and reborn as the fantastic Harley Quinn.
And she was packing plenty of tools of maniacal mayhem, including her iconic hammer, electric buzzers, and bombs of all shapes and sizes, like the dreaded banana cream pie, the most evil of all pie flavors.
Regular
To get around
show.
quickly, she can use her handy-dandy pogo stick, which she straps rockets to. That doesn't seem safe.
Well, but it
Speaking
did
of
have.
unsafe, Harley's most versatile tool is her pop gun, a rotating revolver with special
That's
ammo
the,
rounds.
that's the
like
announcer
a
from the
boxing glove.
Whoa, close one.
DBX.
And biting confetti. Whee! And did I mention explosive rounds, which oh no.
Oh, wait, there he was. I'm fine.
I'm gonna go.
Her arsenal with unparalleled gymnastic skills, making her far deadlier than your average criminal. She can even keep up with experts like Deadshot and Catwoman, even Batman at times. The peak
It
human
really did
superhero
happen.
that can
It's
dodge
just
lightning and
unbelievable.
survive this alien device exploding, which obliterated multiple city blocks.
Yeah, I think that stretches the term peak human just a bit. But hey, he's the goddamn Batman, so we'll allow it.
Unfortunately for Harley, despite her unwavering loyalty to the Joker, their honeymoon period did not last.
No.
He spent years abusing her, physically and emotionally, tearing her down piece by piece.
Then, when he got bored, he strapped her to a friggin' rocket and launched her halfway across Gotham City.
That's
Guess one
messed
way
up.
to say, no, it's not you, it's me. Bye.
Yeah, right.
Harley was left alone in the wreckage, abandoned by the one person she dedicated her entire life to.
Until fellow villain Poison Ivy came
Ivy.
by. She nursed Harley back to health, literally healing her from a damaged relationship. Ivy even gave Harley a chemical concoction that granted her superhuman strength and a healing factor.
I suppose a healthy relationship
So-
can sometimes feel like your own
Okay,
superpower
so
in
that's
and of
one
itself.
part I did
Yeah,
not
and those
did
two
not know about
definitely
that. I
seem
didn't know
like
about that.
very good friends. Wink.
With
Yeah.
Ivy at her side, Harley went on to rebuild
And it did
herself
happen,
as a
and it
famous
also
anti-hero,
they actually
leading
showed
teams like
that
Gotham
of
Sirens
the
and Suicide
relationship
Squad.
with
She worked on
Ivy
developing
in
new
her
skills
in the
built
latest
around her
comic
own strengths
series.
rather than that of her past.
And unfortunately,
Like
that she
learning to
cut
use her
ties
lifelong
with
knowledge of
Ivy.
psychoanalysis to manipulate her foes mid-combat.
And creating tons of her own chemical concoctions, like tranquilizers and sleeping gases that can incapacitate metahumans. She even reverse engineered her former flame's trademark Joker Venom. This deadly substance excites the laughter centers in a person's brain and forces them to laugh until they suffocate.
Harley was clearly on top of the world, but nothing kept
I
up
did love her
like
in
a
the
Rocky
the
Balboa
latest movie.
training
To
montage.
me,
So
she is
Harley
perfect.
went to Themyscira of all places
that's
to
what-
get a combat
what she's supposed to
internship
look
with
like.
the Amazons. Just like her favoriteest superhero, Wonder Woman. And imagine going from bashing random goons in Gotham to fighting alongside immortal warrior goddesses.
She became agile enough to jump between skyscrapers and strong enough to rip an entire palm tree out of the ground with her bare hands.
She did
Based on the
that?
size of the tree and the weight of an average palm by foot, that weighs about 600 pounds. And she can hold it
Whoa.
one-handed, so her actual strength is probably
One-handed.
at least twice as much.
Enough to lift
Oh,
a
good
full-grown
gracious.
brown bear and throw it like a rag doll. Hell, her skills advanced so
Okay,
far
how
she
the
was
hell?
appointed a herald on the War World Apocalypse. You know, the planet ruled by the living embodiment of evil?
Yeah.
Even the actual personification of the DC editorial staff likes to call her in to help with tough jams.
As the years went on, Harley surprised literally everyone by transitioning from supervillain to superhero. She partnered up with other heroes, became a psychiatrist again, and legitimately started helping other vigilantes.
And she
with
also
trauma,
did
like
teamed up
Jason
with
Todd,
Power Girl,
who
which that's
definitely needed
also
that.
In
true.
fact, the Bat family she used to antagonize and ridicule eventually accepted her as kind of an extended member of their group, teaming up with her to save Gotham from her toxic ex. Good for her.
Yeah.
Guess we're not going to talk about when she went back
And she
to the
also
Joker a
took
couple
that.
times,
And
huh?
she also
In the
took
end,
down
she may be a
Punchline.
little nutty, but you'd be mad not to love Harley Quinn. The world of Runeterra is a wondrous fantasy land of advanced technology, arcane magics, and legendary champions. But on its northern shores are two cities locked in political turmoil. For decades, Piltover's rich elite have exploited the undercity of Zaun,
So her real
forcing
name
workers
is
into unsafe
Powder.
conditions and brutalizing the populace with terrifying police enforcers.
Oh, so like New Jersey. You could have just said New Jersey.
Until one day, a wild, loose cannon would literally explode onto the scene. She gave those uptight topsiders a taste of their own medicine, menacing its
isn't
people with
it's
bombs,
the-
gunfire, and even
This,
more
this,
bombs.
is the, this is
This
this is the latest
was
that's on
Jinx.
Netflix,
Jinx
is it not?
destroyed Zeppelins, Jumanji'd the shit out of the local zoo, and switched the street signs. What a monster! Now those monkeys will never find their way back.
Only the enforcer, Violet, could hope to stop her. But even armed with massive gauntlets weighing over 4,000 pounds
Oh,
each, Vi
shit.
could not definitively overcome Jinx's magnificent arsenal of mechanical monstrosities.
Man, they're so evenly matched. It's almost like they're related. Anyway, Jinx can burst open birds with her trusty Zapper Shock pistol, turn enemies to Swiss cheese with her Pow Pow minigun, and blow bad guys to bits with her Flame Chomper grenades.
But
Flame
Jinx's favorite
chopper
weapon is her
grenades.
Fishbone's rocket launcher. So much so, she rides it like
Wow,
a
those are
rocket-powered
very
pogo
so
stick.
custom.
Well, that seems even less safe.
Well, don't let her manic attitude fool you. Not only is Jinx tough enough to take a hit from Braum, a guy who can shake mountains with a punch, but she's wicked smart. Almost all her gear is custom made. She's even recreated Hex Tech, funky science powered by magic crystals. Ooh.
Including her handheld teleportation device. Oh, is that League of Legends? What a coincidence.
Oh no.
Hold the phone. Are you talking about League of Legends over there? That game! I've got in more than 10,000 hours just in our college days, huh, buddy?
Boomstick
League
is
of
not
Legends
happy.
is a multiplayer online battle arena game forged in the flames of LAN parties and salty gamer tears. Oh. And as any professional will tell
Yeah,
you, to play the
this
game
is-
well, you need to
This
min-max
is
your
one game
character's
that
loadout
I've
with
never
the best
played,
possible
but
items.
holy crap.
Yeah, and the worst mistake you can make is being new. God, it's the midterms all over again. No, Boomstick, stay in your lane. What are you doing in the jungle? Stop it, feeder.
Jinx's ideal loadouts include Phantom Dancer, so she can phase through objects after landing a blow.
I'd like to phase out of this conversation.
Then there's the Quicksilver Sash, which protects her from status effects like sleep, paralysis, and poison. This includes forced actions, which make you do things you don't want to do. Hey, Boom, you want to pop into a match with your old Teemo from back in the day? I can set it up right now.
How about we move on to Arcane before I ram my foot up your ass?
Aww.
So, there's more to Jinx than what the main games depict. Before her infamous tomfoolery, most people around Zaun knew her as an innocent young tinkerer named Powder.
Like pretty much everyone in the Undercity, Powder had it rough. She lost her parents in a conflict with enforcers, but had a bit of luck when she joined this cool foster family along with Vi, who was, guess, her sister all along. If you're wondering what put soap in their
So
opera,
they're-
Vi was a
they're
total
sisters
badass,
in blood.
and Powder was desperate to also prove herself to her newfound family. And then she made a mistake.
Seemingly abandoned, Powder was left in the hands of the most notorious drug kingpin around. Silco was not the father she needed, but the one she wanted, teaching her to turn her perceived weaknesses into her greatest strengths. Thus, she became Jinx.
Even when the sisters reunited years later, they couldn't fully reconcile, setting up the game of cat and mouse in the game.
Jinx was an
Really?
excellent rival, able to keep up with other skilled warriors like the bullet-dodging Echo, and survive the worst of Zaun's toxic environments, which can kill normal people in minutes. After a near-fatal explosion, she was also infused with Shimmer, a toxic strength and speed-enhancing drug that permanently altered her body's biochemistry.
But Shimmer's side effects intensified her prior trauma, making her much more unhinged and prone to attacking with lethal intent.
Inspiring her ultimate weapon,
Okay.
the Super Mega Death Rocket! This baby's been powered by both Hextech and its even more volatile cousin, Chemtech.
That's
Can't
even
tell.
more explosive! I forgot how much I appreciated the explodey options. Anyway, Both Hextech and Chemtech are comparable in power to natural magic.
On par with what a badass mage like Lux is able to cast, such as Lucent Singularity, which can totally body these big old rocks.
Measuring their width with Lux's height, we can determine she destroyed almost 13,000 tons of rock from 30 meters away.
Promotional trailers show Mega
Jesus.
Death Rocket matching the speed and power of Lux's Final Spark, a much more powerful attack
And
that
the
fires a
smoke just
Kamehameha
gave
of
it a-
natural light.
So her
Form
rocket
of
is
a
not only
smiley
super
face.
strong, but super fast. From powder to gunpowder, Silco couldn't be prouder.
But her violet streak grew grim until the day she met a particularly explosive Yordle. Ziggs bonded with her over their mutual passion for destruction, but his was more tempered. Control.
That's a freaking
Thanks
cat.
to his wisdom, Jinx learned a little bit of restraint when it came to exploding things of a more fleshy nature.
Helping her tone down the wanton violence and recover some of her mental stability, like he's some kind of feline brand Jiminy Cricket.
And despite being on opposite sides of the bridge, Jinx and Vi remained sisters, ultimately still caring about each other in their own way, even if they were at odds more often than not.
Though you better believe
Even
that when
if
things
they
get boring
would-
and uptight,
would eventually would
Jinx
kill each
will be
other.
there to shake things up.
A 3D.
And they say these games are rigged.
Oh snap! Is this okay? Is this done by the same team that behind? No. But it looks so smooth though.
Love exploding stuff. Huh, I like exploding stuff too.
Uh-oh.
Why don't I start with your head?
Here we go. Come on, Harley. Do it for me and my bestie.
Stay still. I'm trying to choke you.
Pretty accurate.
Look out! She's right behind you!
Thanks, pal. Ah, traitor! You're a real firecracker. Got a light? Oh, sure thing.
What the hell? Dynamite. And she's laughing? Ow. And it's still living.
Stop horsing around!
This is clearly the animation of the model is from the animated series that's on HBO Max. Speaking of which, I need to get back on that.
Oh, nuts.
Crazy. Crazy.
New Gizmo. Got any games? No! My save file!
How did she? You know what? Healing factor. Oh my god.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Sorry about your doodad. To make up for it, I got you some nice perfume.
Ugh, smells like...
Oh, it's the Shimer.
Take that back.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
I am a doctor, and you ain't crazy. You don't have that same smile. I don't need a second opinion.
Oh boy. Jeez.
Wait, don't you want to get in close and savor my emotions as you deliver
Don't
the
do it.
final kill?
Don't do it.
Nah, bye.
Oh. Damn.
No! Don't just stand there, Jinx. You just want a free teddy bear. What if it's Timbers?
This was a complicated fight with far more factors to consider than at
Yeah,
first
clearly
blush.
this is
Harley
a
had more direct
complicated
combat
one.
experience against superpowered beings, along with better training.
But Jinx's physical power, diabolical weaponry, and assortment of items were just enough to roast this Harlequin duck.
While Harley lifting over 1,200 pounds is impressive, Jinx can compete with Vi, whose gauntlets weigh 8 times that.
Oh, yeah.
And Jinx
Yeah.
can take hits from a guy who can shake mountains. A bit beyond Harley's level of strength.
Harley may have been more naturally acrobatic, but Jinx's hex tech and intangibility matched and outclassed that mobility. The teleporting tablet alone could control the entire fight, since Jinx could send herself or Harley just about anywhere.
And while Harley had a moderate healing factor, she's never regenerated entire body parts before, so a big enough kaboom would definitely kill her. And Jinx's weapons were strong enough to do just that. In order to destroy over 13,000 tons of rock from such a distance, Lux's magic explosion would need a yield of about 20 kilotons of TNT.
And Jinx's Hextech and Chemtech are similar to Lux's magic in speed and power.
Even if we scale Harley's durability to Batman surviving this massive explosion, the potency of Jinx's weaponry outpaces it more than 300 times.
Sure, Harley is legitimately intelligent, but so is Jinx, as evidenced by her inventions and routinely outwitting Vi and her task force. Plus, Jinx is typically distrusting of people she's just met, so Harley's potential mind games were likely to fall on skeptical ears.
Jinx was much more likely to shoot first and ask questions later.
Now, Harley still had her wide array of poisons and chemical agents, like the Joker Venom, which would kill most opponents in minutes. However, after living her whole life in the toxic cesspool of Zaun, her tolerance for poisons is clearly much higher than a
So
normal
she's
person.
immune
Not
to
to
it.
mention, the Quicksilver Sash could simply end any unwanted effect on her. Ultimately, Harley couldn't stand up to Jinx's physical power, superior technology, or overwhelmingly explosive arsenal.
Harley clowned around only to get her bell rung by someone out of her league.
The winner is
Really?
Jinx.
Damn. And you know what? I think it's because when Harley released the gas that instantly that triggered Jinx's shimmer, if I'm not mistaken, and which that results to how insane that she's becoming, and that just enhances her damn. And you know something? Damn. And damn. And you know what? I think it's because when Harley released the gas on Jinx, that also triggers her shimmer, and we all know how insane that she becomes, and that enhances her strength and the agility. And damn. Damn. And you know what? When Harley released that gas on Jinx, that also triggers her shimmer, if I'm not mistaken correctly, that just drove her insanity. All that drama, all the issues, and it goes bonkers, and that instantly that gives her the advantage. And I was hoping that Jinx would fall for her little come closer, give me a last sign, but given what Boomstick says, that shoot first, ask questions later. But damn, I will say that it was a pretty close stalemate, and that is, let's be frank about this. They're both incredibly insane, and it just bad jokes, puns, and just a lot of jack of all trades of their weapons, and they do have a really good arsenal. But in the end, that Jinx is so immune to the toxic, so that she's actually used to it. So, once again, not so much luck when it comes to some of the characters that I love, and that gets blown away, literally, and just leaving as a head, as a trophy. Damn it. So, yep, Jinx is the winner, and now I feel like I want to watch the series that's on Netflix so I get a little bit more about the character. But it's off, it is pretty often that you get to see any character to be riding down of a big ass missile, and that is just fun. Insane. So, what did you think about this episode so far? And who did you actually root for, Harley or Jinx? Either way, she was this close. But I think that's going to be it for now. But if you guys did enjoy the episode and watching my reaction to this, then leave a like and also leave a comment down below. And I will catch y'all in the next video. So take care, guys, and be safe.